Welcome to Season 4 of Operation Reorganization. We have some exciting things happening this season, and can you believe that we'll have almost 80 episodes after this season?
That's a lot.
It is. And we have some new people, we have some new designers, we have some new guys in the shop, we have some new office staff. We've got a lot of exciting things going on.
We are busy and we are happy to be busy.
Yeah. It's been a great year so far, and we're excited and looking forward to sharing some unique stories. We have a new segment this year, which is
Closet Factory Flashback.
Yes, we'll be revisiting some clients that you've seen in the past and learning how they're living with the systems that we installed. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, so all in all, we think it's going to be a great season. We have a lot of new challenges, a lot of new materials to show. We've just kind of got a lot up our sleeve.
Yeah, we've expanded our product line, which is exciting.
Right.
And as Tammy said, we have some new materials, new finishes that is really going to broaden what we're doing already. So we're excited, and we hope you'll be excited too.
We hope you enjoy this season.
I'm Barry Sprague. I'm a captain with the Volunteer Fire Department, Hampton Volunteer Fire Company at Station 1 in the city of Hampton. We're having issues with our sleeping quarters for the volunteers, and when we're here we try to share, not share the bunks, but actually sleep in the spare bunks that are open. We are decided as a company that we were going to go ahead and install beds in our meeting room and plus redo the meeting room. Prior to this, we had regular beds in the office or in the meeting room, and it took up space. This allows us, when we're not sleeping, to actually have a larger meeting room where we can hold different functions like association meetings, dinners, whatever we choose. We have a larger meeting room now because we can hide the beds. We did a lot of research and decided that we wanted to put Murphy beds in. After making several contacts, we contacted Closet Factory and had their representative come out and talk to us. Here we are in the meeting room. This is where we're going to have the Closet Factory put in the Murphy beds and display cases. If you walk over in this direction, this is the display case that's going to be replaced with what they're putting in for us. Then as we come onto this wall over here, they're going to put 3 Murphy beds on this wall in this corner to the corner. Plus, each one is going to have some display cases on their sides so that we can display some of these items that we have out here. And as you come over here, right over here at this display case, we're going to put another Murphy bed, and the 5th Murphy bed is going to go by the other display case on the other wall. Next time I see you all is going to be when they're doing the install. So I need to go ahead and get you out of here because you have things to do, and I have things to do because everything in this room, I have to get out of it. So, have a good day. I'll see you on the install.
All right, we're here on day 3 of a multi-day install. Now this has been one of the biggest installs that we've been a part of, that I've been a part of, as far as the Seco beds are concerned. We have 5 Seco beds that are going in here. It's for the volunteer fire crew that works at the station, and I think it's turning out really, really good. All the lighting that's installed is going to really showcase the history of the fire station, which I think is really, really cool. This is our LED ribbon lighting that's going to be accenting these top cabinets, and as well as in between the Murphy beds. And this is a really cool unit here just because it's going to show the fire department's history and all the accommodations that they've received over the years. So this is really a really cool piece, and almost done with the ribbon lighting here, and hopefully it'll be lit up soon. Oh, it's going to be lit.
It's going to be really functional and comfortable at the same time. They have all their trophies and decorations that go behind these glass doors. It's going to look like a livable museum piece when it's done. I'm installing these power docks. That way they're able to charge up their phones and have an electrical outlet available to them. They work just like this. And then they go right back in there and it's gone. And it's a nice clean surface.
A couple of the different items that we had to really address was, for one, the structure of the building itself. It's been here a long time, so we really had to be careful on how we're anchoring all our units, especially with a Seco bed. Any kind of Murphy bed, you really want to make sure that you're anchored in somewhere really good, but at the same time, have it look aesthetically pleasing. So I think we really had to go a little bit over the top with how we were going to anchor these units, but also to where it's very comfortable for the volunteers that come in here and do such an awesome job. So this is a little bit of part of what we can do for them too. So it's really cool.
I'm Allison Dantzler, a Closet Factory designer. We are here at the Mid-Atlantic Home and Outdoor Living Show at the Closet Factory booth. It surprises me that everyone hasn't heard of Closet Factory, but at a show like this, we're new to a lot of people, even though we've been here for years and years. So it's kind of nice for people to see our booth, see our products, see what we can do, and get our name out. We do so much and we're so custom, and we do every space in your house. So it's hard to decide what goes into our booth. So we try and show as much as we can in this little space, just kind of a variety of our accessories, different shelving, lots of different options that we have. And then we have the Murphy bed today, which everyone loves. So that's always good to show.
So I see you've wandered into the Closet Factory booth. What brought you here?
It looks pretty and very organized, and I'm thinking of maybe doing this in my master bedroom closet.
Have you ever had a custom closet made before?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So I did it when I lived in San Diego. It was gorgeous, and then we moved, so I couldn't take it with me. But it kept me really organized, and everything was nice and clean, so I'm looking to probably do the same thing here.
What kind of things do you want to see in your closet?
Well, I just want everything to be organized and clean, and maybe some cabinet doors so that the dust doesn't have to get on the clothes, because I feel like I have to dust those things once in a while, and my shoes a little bit more organized.
Why is it important to have an organized closet in your life?
Oh, well, for one thing, it would just, I can see things easier. I want to maximize the space because I have a lot of wasted space as well, and so I can put some of my extra out-of-season clothes in a place that I can still see without forgetting about them, which I tend to do, put them in a bag or a box, and I forget that they're there.
Yeah, I think I know a lot of people do that, actually. Have you seen the hampers that Closet Factory offers?
I just did, and it's nice. I think it's nice that I don't have all this extra stuff in my closet. I think that's the other thing. So my floors would be not cluttered and more organized.
Being here at the Mid-Atlantic Home and Outdoor Living Show is just a wonderful way to meet people who are really thinking about various projects in their home. So we're always out at these shows. It gives us an opportunity to show people a little bit of what we have, and so they can actually see it, feel it, touch it, and imagine for their own spaces. And so, of course, that's my job, is to work with them and make it theirs.
I have 4 closets that I use. Yeah. The states of my closets, they're tiny and cluttered, and that's about it. I like clothes and shoes, so I have a lot of stuff. So like I said, this is awesome as far as organizing all my stuff that I have, or some of my stuff that I have, yes. Because I don't have space in my main closet. It's really small. So yeah, this is awesome.
I do feel very connected to people. I feel like I'm in their life. I'm in their home, I'm in their space, and then I can help them. And it's a good feeling, but it's definitely a connection for sure.
I love what I do. It's just so much fun to go into people's homes and see how they live and help enhance the way they live. It's just, yeah, I love what I do.
More from the archives. Enjoy the Closet Factory Flashback.
Hi, I'm Jeff Berzesi, owner of the Closet Factory, and welcome to our Customer Appreciation Night at the Coastal Virginia Idea House. So come on in and meet our guests. We're having a big party.
Tell us why you're here today.
Well, I was invited by Tamara, and I am here just kind of getting some ideas for things that I might like to do in my home eventually, and she's done some work for me in the past, and things have turned out well, and I've got her coming back in June.
So what do you think of the Idea House so far here?
I think this home is beautiful. I think there's a lot of ideas incorporated within the house, both upstairs and downstairs, that lay it out well, that organize it effectively. There's some really neat ideas in this house.
What do you think about this pantry?
Well, Tamara and I first stopped in here. This was really the first room we walked into tonight when we got to the house. And what drew us into the pantry, I think, was the way that they organized the space and set it up. So when you walk in and you've got a actual countertop space, which you don't see a lot in pantries. So you have room to spread out, and then the drawers beneath the counters that pull out that are easy storage areas, and they're also accessible. So it's really a neat pantry, probably one of the neatest ones I've seen.
I love the pantry. Oh my gosh, it is so roomy, and the fridge we fell in love with, but the whole design, it's very open, it's roomy, functional. It has all the nice drawer systems. So it's something we can think about implementing.
True, it's a very practical home, even in the closets or in the pantry. They've used almost every inch and made it usable.
I really love the idea with the high ceilings, because I think I'm going to have high ceilings in my house for the pull down, because I do like to separate my winter and summer clothes out. And it's so much storage and it's very roomy in here. I really like it.
Well, you can eliminate pieces of furniture with the amount of shelving that they have in here. You don't even have to get a dresser. You're built in. Everything's all built in here. So, I love the lighting ideas that they're bringing in good quality lighting into these closet areas.
It just makes everyday life so much easier when everything has a place and you know where to find it. If I was buying a house, I would be looking for this kind of thing.
This is our second coastal living house. Did one down on Holly Road in Virginia Beach. We love architecture. It's a very powerful force. It has the power to move people. I think it lifts their spirits. And Closet Factory is probably the premier company for organization. We have a big closet, but it's not overly huge. And they can take even a small closet and make it so that you just can't believe when they're finished how much room you've got.
I'm Jacinta with Closet Factory, and I happen to be here at the Hampton Volunteer Fire Company, where I had the opportunity to do the room for the volunteers here. So I'm excited. Today is the day that, it's been a several day install. Projects of this size, are not our usual, residential projects that can kind of be knocked out in a day. They're actually doing some other renovations. They're also going to be adding ceiling tiles and redoing the floors and things of that nature as well, but all of the cabinets are in, and so I'm here today to meet with one of the board members, Captain Barry, to check it all out. So I'm excited.
Hey,
there's
glad you
Captain
could
Barry.
make it.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good, good.
You ready to see the project?
Yes,
I
yes.
think you've done a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Your installers were fantastic.
Good,
Any issues we had, they were out here in time and did what they had to do.
Good.
So, are you
So
ready
like
to
to
go
hear.
and take a look at it?
Exactly, yes. I'd like to see it come
Let's
all to
go.
fruition.
All right, and here we are. And don't mind the mess in the office. We're renovating that too.
Okay, no problem. Wow, this looks great. Oh my goodness, it's so great to see it all come to fruition. I'm never, I can never get enough of seeing it come from the computer design to, actual.
From the drawing board to the actual product.
Exactly. This is great. And now that you guys have all the trophies displayed, so we'd had enough room because you had so many different separate cabinets, with trophies. There was no way to tell if they were all going to fit.
Right.
But this is great.
They all fit, and we still have some more room and some more artifacts we've got around outside in our barn that are stored that we haven't had a chance to go through. As you saw, your decorative trim work on the doors works wonderful.
Yes.
As you go in, you got the individual lock with latches on the inside. Gives us a chance that we can actually plenty of room, plenty of space to move the shelves whichever direction we need to.
Right.
And if you remember on the side, we have the dimmer switch that
Yes.
dims the lights, so during the evening we can turn it down or turn them up, whatever it is. It's very cool. And when it's on, it highlights what's inside. That's the best part about it. And if we keep on going, we've got different artifacts. We've got helmets from different years, many back with leather helmets back. Again, the history, we've been established since 1884. The first fire company that the city of Hampton had is Hampton Station 1, which is us.
That's
And
awesome.
you've
Yeah,
got-
because this, I was just blown away. You guys were talking about this because it was such an awkward, space. When you've got cabinets with doors, it's kind of tricky because you can't just do a straight L because then the doors don't work. So you either have to do a corner cabinet, and we knew this was going to be narrow. The door itself is narrow, but the inside is kind of vast.
This is I'm not even sure which era it is, but it's probably early 30s.
Wow.
And it's actual fire dress coat.
Inside the cabinets, you'll notice that we used a lighter backing, and I recommended this so that anything that's stored in there would kind of have a lighter background so that they would pop. I think it's not only is it beautiful, but it's an inspiration, I think.
But again, the shape of the doors, just instead of having square corners, the shape of the doors looks a lot better, kind of drags everything into the middle. You can see it.
Right.
The wrap around to the door that you did over here.
Yes, that was a beautiful
just
finish.
Fantastic.
It's perfect. 'Cause we've got your Murphy beds now. Because initially, I remember on this back wall, there was just, a couple of just like, beds or trundle type beds or
We just
stacked
used
up
to have 8 wooden beds.
Mm-hmm.
Started off in the office on that side. We had 5 beds in there, and we had then they ended up out here, and they just wandered off to other parts of the station. And then we just had not enough space to put a crew.
Right.
This way I can sleep an engine crew of 3, or in our case sometimes we have 5 on an engine.
Right.
So they can come in, do duty, and sleep on the beds that they don't have to worry about finding some place to sleep.
Right. Because I remember even when I posed the, question to the manufacturer, they were like, why do they need to lock beds? Like, we don't get that, I guess even in their history, they didn't get that request, very often. But I know this is, if I remember correctly, it's a shared space.
Reason for the locks are also to us it's a safety issue. That they do come down sometimes very rapidly,
Right.
but we don't want anybody who doesn't know how to operate them by putting the leg down to slam them to the floor.
Right.
And we don't want people kids when we have our functions, grabbing them and pulling them out.
Right.
So we just decided to go with the locks.
Right. That makes sense.
So you've got storage. They've got a fantastic system here to where it's got almost like a hydraulic system.
Yes.
It's just storage. It'll be pretty much a long-term storage, so I don't have to, everybody doesn't have to climb up and down all day long.
Right. So the everyday storage is great because we've got these, you know, so even the guys, because it's different guys and different shifts, they can all have their own key and store their personal items here and in the drawers.
With a drawer.
And,
Each bed has a drawer, which is keyed with the bed, and then the bottom 2 shelves that open up are keyed separately.
It's nice to be able to do that. So we've got individual storage plus
That one's unlocked,
company
so.
storage.
Yeah, we've got plenty of storage.
And then these were cool. So we've got these new, they're called hide-a-docs. And initially we were looking at just the ones that have plugs because, you know, when you do built-ins like this, you end up hiding all the outlets that are on the walls. So then there's no accessibility if people need to plug things in, you know. And so this was a great, you know, this is a great feature that's able to be built in because this is still connected, you know, to the outlets that are now hidden. But now you've got outlets that are easily accessible, so the guys can plug
Each bed
things.
has 2 sockets or 2 outlets and 2
USB ports.
USB ports.
Yep.
Those are good for their phones, which are alarm clocks, but they'll wake us up in the morning when it's time to go because they always tone us out.
Right.
So.
That's funny.
And as you can, the big trophy right there, it's about to pass this one right here.
Yeah.
That was the one that we originally thought that corner would fit.
Right.
And as I say, we started moving around, it fit nicely into the cabinets here because of the adjustable shelves.
Right.
We were able to adjust everything. And again, we got the five Murphy beds. We got the 3 here. When we get around the other side, we've got 2 on the other
that
side.
side.
So, like I said, when we finish the ceiling, we get new tiles in. We're going to redo the floor, and then it should be a fantastic place to host meetings and also have training.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is to bring people in, to let them look at our antiques, our collectibles, and just have a good place for socializing. And again, thank you.
You're welcome. It's been my pleasure as well.
The project is now completed with Closet Factory, and it's been a fantastic experience working with them. We're very pleased with the outcome. It definitely displays and shows what we need to have done with our antiques, our items, our history. And this will show it for a long time from now and into the future. I thoroughly enjoyed the learning process I have as far as a project that's being installed from the beginning to the end. As you saw in the beginning, we had a mess. We were proud of what we had, but we didn't have the room for it. Now we can host our meetings, we can host outside meetings, bring people in from different areas in the state, host training in here, and we have someplace now we can be proud of because of Closet Factory and their install.
Well, we've wrapped up things here at the Hampton Volunteer Fire Company, and once again, it's just been my pleasure because one of my favorite parts, you know, of being a designer is knowing that, you know, what I've designed, once it comes to fruition, that it is going to in some way improve the lives of my clients. And it's one thing to improve the life, you know, of a husband or wife in a regular closet, but this space is actually going to improve the lives of many volunteers who sacrifice, you know, their time and their efforts to help others. You know, they put their lives on the line. And so knowing that I could just, you know, provide a little piece of something that will make their time here well spent and enjoyable is very precious to me, and knowing that it will be here and be able to do that for years to come. So hope to have even more projects like this in the future. On to the next one.